With the heat of Operation Sindoor and pressure mounting on Pakistan, how do you assess China's silent but calculative posture, especially with its interest in Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir through the China Pakistan economic corridor? Could this evolving situation corner China into choosing between its economic ambitions and regional stability? Is Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir emerging as a real geopolitical fault line in Asia right now? Um, yeah, but see, the Pakistanis no longer have the master have they've been served divorce papers by America. In 2022, the Americans conducted a regime change operation in Pakistan. They had Imran Khan ousted, and the Sharif fellow, Shahbaz Sharif, became the prime minister, the nominal prime minister of Pakistan. What really happened is that the Americans once again took charge of the Pakistan military. The military switched its allegiance to the Americans, and they put a puppet prime minister in place. And Pakistan became once again a US vassal. In 24, the same thing happened in Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina was ousted and Bangladesh was turned into East Pakistan. Both these things happened under the Biden regime, right? With Trump coming to power, the Americans have washed their hands off Bangladesh as well as Pakistan. So Pakistan is now fishing for a new master, and obviously that master can only be China. There's nobody else that can play that role. And the same thing is happening in Bangladesh. Mohammed Yunus was in China, and he was saying that we can cut India's far east, northeast off and make it a landlocked place, and that's why that's why China should invest in Bangladesh and so on. So both East and West Pakistan are fishing for a new master in Beijing, and Beijing will be happy to oblige, right? So China has taken the side of Pakistan. Everybody, after the terror attack happened in Pahalgam, most civilized nations uh, issued statements in support of India and in solidarity with India. Most civilized nations did. I don't think I've seen China issue any statement. So China has chosen not to stand on the side of civilized nations, right? So that's one thing we have seen. Now, after India struck back at Pakistan and paid them back in a language they understand, the Chinese criticized India, and they stood in favor of Pakistan. They made statements in favor of Pakistan. Now we know that that the Chinese have this project, this failed project, this miserably failed project called the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is an extension of their failed Belt and Road Initiative, right? But it's a project that the Chinese have invested significant amounts of money in, billions of dollars, and it gives them strategic access to Pakistan, to the Pakistan occupied Kashmir region, to the port in Gwadar, and that's valuable for the Chinese. So they would like to retain their control and hold over this, right? And now that Pakistan is once again a Chinese vassal, they would want to exert more control over all these pieces of infrastructure. So now that Operation Sindoor is ongoing, and India and Pakistan are at war, and Pakistan is on the receiving end, and Pakistan could, if things continue like this, it could spontaneously combust and disintegrate. That would be bad for China. That would be terribly bad for China. So China has been making statements in favor of Pakistan. Um, could they actually try and come to Pakistan's rescue or aid? Uh, their economic ambitions are faltering. The tariffs that the Americans have imposed, that Trump has imposed on China, are really hurting. I assure you, they are hurting, right? So, so China is currently in a state under a state of siege. It is besieged, and if and it essentially has only two vassals in the world. One is North Korea, one is Pakistan. Russia isn't a Chinese vassal. Russia is sadly currently in a position of being kind of a junior partner to China because of China's enormous economic clout. But Russia is not exactly a pushover. It's kind of a junior partner right now for now. But China and Russia are long term strategic adversaries, not allies. So China has a few friends. One is Russia for now. It's a strange modus vivendi they have with Russia. They have two vassals in North Korea and Pakistan, and they also have a strategic ally in Iran because of the West's attitude and approach towards Iran. So Iran had no choice but to look towards Russia and China for help, right? Um, So now, if Pakistan shows signs of uh, soon disintegrating, what can China do about this? Can they somehow stabilize Pakistan? They can certainly stabilize Pakistan by giving a huge inflow of money to Pakistan. They can do that, but money can't really help you much when your nation is fragmenting, right? And is China in a position to shore up Pakistan's defenses? It can certainly supply weapons. That takes time, but they can try and do that. But if China tries to get directly involved in Pakistan, they're gonna, it's not gonna end well for them also. So China is right now going to be in a dilemma. Right now, it's not the situation isn't that bad. Pakistan isn't showing signs as of right now of soon disintegrating. But the longer this war situation lasts, right now it's just 2 days. But what if it becomes 2 weeks and this becomes the new normal? The Pakistanis try to keep on striking India, and India keeps on actually striking Pakistan, and India keeps on jabbing away. In boxing, there is this punch called the jab. You just keep on jabbing, 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 and over 10 rounds, you can rearrange a person's furniture, facial furniture, just by one punch, the jab. So if India keeps jabbing at Pakistan, jabbing, 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 in 2 weeks' time, Pakistan's furniture will be significantly rearranged, and the nation's morale will be at an abysmal low, and the people could stand up and go up in arms against the military, and then the military will see their own people as the enemy, and that will be a huge issue. Then India can just step back and watch, and then what can China do? So it's China could soon be in a big dilemma if the situation continues, if the current state of war becomes the new normal, if it persists beyond 3 or 4 days, if it lasts 2 weeks or 2 months. Good God, it's the end of Pakistan, and China really won't know what to do. So yeah.